Let's continue with the structure of this purpose. First of all, the project management process is part of the management process group 1, not very surprising. And it is part of the base processes of the recommended VDA scope. As I mentioned before, this means it will be part of each and every assessment. In fact, I've never seen any assessment without project management. Let's continue with the purpose. The purpose of the project management process is to identify and control the activities and establish resources necessary for a project to develop a product in the context of the project's requirements and constraints. Let's slice this purpose into pieces, word by word. Let's start with one word: product. What does this mean? So the goal of a project is to develop a product. The product can be a physical product, something you can touch. It can be a system. It can be a piece of software, or even a service which is provided after the project is finished. This must be crystal clear. What is our product? And this must be documented as part of the scope of work. The next group of words we are looking at is in the context of the requirements and constraints. So there are requirements or expectations towards the project. These project requirements will most likely include requirements towards the product. But very often they also include requirements on how the project shall be performed, like milestones or quality requirements. These expectations can come from stakeholders within the organization, like higher management or quality department, or they can come from the customer, or they can be derived from laws and standards. This already gives a very strong hint that expectation management and stakeholder analysis are vital to performing a successful project. We will look in more detail later in this course on how this can be done in a systematic and efficient way. Let's move on with the purpose and have a look at activities. So the process, project management, shall identify the activities which are necessary to develop the defined product. So there must be an overview of everything which is needed to be done to get to the goal of the project. And then the next word is the activities must be controlled. So project management establishes a control loop for the activity. The first step of this loop, after identification and planning, of course, is to monitor the activities while they are performed. The second step is a comparison. If the results are as expected, the effort is as expected, and if the activities are done according to the time or schedule. And this comparison is done for each and every activity. If any deviations are detected, the project management must realize this deviation and then decide what to do with this deviation. The next words are establish resources. So the project management provides the resources to perform any of the planned activities. These resources can include time, money, infrastructure resources, or even information.